Oh, hi. I thought I'd do some more drawing, as we do. Yes. Because it's been a couple of months since I've done this, so I thought I may as well give it a shot. Yeah, I think I was like last time I said this morning to make this more of a regular thing, but here we are. To be fair, I've been working on this, so we're slowly getting through this, as we do. Hang on, I gotta turn on my music. Where is it? Watch history. That's not what I want. I want. Where's my playlist? There it is. Play all. No, I don't want that one. I want to shuffle. I want to loop, and then randomness should provide. Oh goodness, that sounds loud. Sounds loud as fuck on my end. Let me know how the audio is. Hopefully it's not a. Oh, hang on. You can't hear anything. What the hell? Why not? Weird. Excited for your Persona vid though. Oh, cheers. Thanks, Meatmore. Hang on, let me work this out. Oh, is it because? There we go. Oh goodness, that's bad shit. I'm mixing it down a bit. Yeah, let me know how that is. But yeah, I was trying to pick up the audio from my Cintiq tablet, which I don't think is a thing. So, yo, what up, Leo? Howdy. But yeah, before I actually progress, let me actually show you where we're at, shall we? Because I was working on this part here. Let's get it to the screen. And let me unlock all these. Yeah, except for the V cam, which I want to be invisible.
Hey, Yosuke, it's time to go swimming.
Awesome! Everybody get naked.
No.
What? But you're girls. You can't cook? You won't get naked? What are you even good for?
Well, he has a point.
Yeah.
Luckily, I brought you ladies some swimsuits. So, get to changing.
Senpai? Why did you bring trunks for me too?
Shut up, Kanji.
Okay, we're ready.
And that part I'm working on there, so that's what we're gonna do today. So shall we? Yes, I think we shall. Did you do all these animations purely alone? Pretty much. Because I think it was a little while ago I actually looked into getting some help with making these, but the guy that I got to make, he was kind of like a bit inexperienced, and what he made, I don't think what was kind of like up to the standard. Or not to say that, it's like his style was like very different from my own, so I think it'd be a bit too jarring for the style to like suddenly jump from like one to the other. So I was like, you know what? I know exactly what I want, so I'll do it myself. So I'd rather have the consistency rather than some strangeness. So. And I even like made some tutorials for him to be like, this is how you do it, but I don't think he quite got it. So but yeah, let me know how the music is. It should be fine. It should be fine, but let me know. You animated that does parodies? All these days, a little bit. You ever Kieran? Weird face that Yoski does through in the Jack font. How'd you come up with that? It's supposed to be a reference to what is it? I was saying last time when I animated it. It's supposed to be a reference to Metal Slug. Whenever you beat a level. Hang on, I want to see if I can find it actually. Hold on, let me beat that for a second. Metal Slug. Marco. Let me see. What do we got? Oh yeah, there we are. And does this animate? It's supposed to. Hang on, let me go to the actual page. Yeah, there it is. Yeah, let me see if I can save that. Can I? I can. Amazing. And let me see if I can get this on screen. What's that? Anyway, on the Persona 4 remake trailer? Yeah, it was like that's clickbait more or less. So be like, I swear this I'm really, I swear it's really I'm really playing that, you guys. But yeah, the remake for what we've seen so far, remake looks good. So I'll probably stream it come February. So yeah, there we go. Yeah, it's supposed to be a reference to that. So there you go. But yeah, I love Metal Slug, so I try to hide in like little references like wherever I can, right? So wherever you can. Glad to see you live. Keep it up. Oh, cheers. Yeah, you'll see the extensively slow process of making this. Right. Okay, before I play that, hold on. I'm gonna mute the sound one more time. Yeah, because I want to get this.
Senpai?
Yeah, because I always like to make my I always like to animate my lip syncing accordingly. So let's do that. So you goes like center. Hang on. We do all the closed mouths first, right? So and I got a new drawing glove actually, and it's a bit slippery, so I'm not quite used to it just yet. So bear with me.
Senpai?
Senpai? Huh? Do you have any theories about the new things their remake will bring us? Well, we've seen they're adding the baton system from Persona 4, Persona 5. Excuse me. But yeah, I don't know. If anything, if they stuff it full of like too much extra stuff, I think it'd probably ruin it. So hopefully they don't change too much. But what was it? The Persona 3 remake? Apparently, it was like pretty under. Didn't have too many like new things apparently, from what I heard. I didn't play through it personally, but yeah, hopefully they keep it nice and simple. So hopefully they don't be like, hey, there's this extra thing, but hey, they could add in some like extra boss fight. So I reckon that's probably as hard as it'll go, knowing Atlas.
Senpai?
Senpai. Oh, hang on. Yeah, because I think my old drawing glove was like a bit stained with guck, and I was I was a bit too used to that. So because I use my middle finger to like steady my hands, so when it's a bit too slippery, I'm like, it's too slidey, right?
Senpai? Why did you bring...
Okay, hang on, we'll just animate that first. So worry about that rest later. So we'll go. So hang on, give me that S mouth, shall we? Yeah. One thing I love about the new Persona 3 or 4 remake is how modern an old game looks. How they high five each other. Yeah, because I think that was like a really good addition to Persona 5. So I'm glad they're adding it. They're transferring it over to Persona 4, and I don't think they did that with Persona 3, right? So interesting. So it'll go, and then they'll kind of like make that a bit more higher like that. Oh crap! Yay. There we are. And then he'll kind of like open his mouth really quickly. Very fast. These repeats very fast. Oh, you say funny thing. Okay. Have you been, man? Have you done anything cool recently? Not really. I don't know. I'm a man of habit, I guess, so doing something cool and new. Not really in my nature, I guess. Pretty much every like weekend, I look forward to the weekend. I'm like, weekend's gonna be great, and then like I just do the same shit. So that's my habit in a nutshell. So stand by. But I'm still trying to work on this, even though I haven't really been working on it too much. But I always try to make some progress every weekend. So, and I always say a little bit's better than none. So, there. Oh, yeah, it's fine.
Senpai?
And do we want to make that one a little bit smaller? Okay, excellent. All right, that should do it for that initial part.
Senpai?
Yeah, so
Why did you bring trunks for me too? Shut up.
we'll worry about that later. Gonna be a bit more, but that's okay. We'll do it part by part, as we do. Hang on, let me check the music back on. No, then. That should be right. It should be fine, right? Right. Right. We'll fix it in post, right? I think that was a part of a filming project that I was a part of like years and years ago, and that was like their motto. Don't worry about it, we'll fix it in post, right? But yeah, I think in that I played like a minor character, or not like a minor character, but I think it was like an anti drug campaign that I was supposed to be part of, and apparently it did play at some local theaters in my hometown, so. Though ironically I never saw it on screen, but I think I didn't really know how to act on camera, so for the most part I just kind of stood there and like looked blankly ahead. So maybe it was for the best. But yeah, I think ended up seeing the rough cut. Oh, no, that's right. They did a premiere for that, right? Yeah, I do remember that. Yeah. I do remember. But yeah, I think they were just happy to have anybody that would volunteer for that, because I didn't get paid for it, so. Okay, so we want this to slow down here, right? Yeah, and that should be fine. So hopefully it should look like this. Yeah, it's fine.
Senpai?
Oh, it kind of goes at the start, so I might want to do like the closed teeth again.
Senpai?
Yeah, okay. Right, yeah. So do that again. Hang on, where's his open mouth? I don't want to make it as big as that. Yeah, okay. Do it in between. But yeah, I was just playing Grounded with a friend of mine, and he ended because he lives in France, so it was quite late for him. And I was debating having a nap, but I was like, I actually feel like not too bad. I reckon I could like jump on for like maybe a couple hours before I do that. I don't feel too tired just yet. Do a little bit of drawing. Because yeah, I probably would have done this anyway, but I figured it'd be, makes sense to go live. This is one of these compilation ones. So I can always change this one if I need to. Actually, what is this one? Oh, this is Mega Man X. Oh, I see. Interesting. Well, maybe I'll keep this one running for a little bit. If I want to change it, I will. Okay, yeah, I do hear it now. Okay, so do you want the... Yeah, we don't want the teeth to go away, right? So we'll keep them there. I'll do all the open mountain this way and then go work backwards, right? Yeah.
Senpai?
Right. Do I want an extra frame to slow down? No, it's fine. It'll be okay. Nobody will notice. This will never be recorded, ever, ever, ever. Oops. Now. I always hate how Flash does that. Whenever you're like drawing a line, it'll be like, hey, guess what? What if I added this extra bit that you didn't draw? That's the auto smoothing at work, right? Alright, my change song. Actually, I might get rid of this from my list, yeah. I think this is what, like, yeah, this, like, city pop. I don't know if I'm a big fan of that, so. Yeah, here we go. Here's some real music, right? Get educated, kids. Yeah, I kind of want to like replay this soon, I think. Mystical Ninja. The one for the Nintendo 64. God, that was such a good game. And it's very strange how I like never played the sequel. It might have been because that was like more like multiplayer based. Because I think the idea of that was supposed to be like the old Super Nintendo one, and the idea was to play through it with a friend. Or it may have been like maybe I played it for a little bit, and maybe I was like, this isn't the old game. I like the old game. Right. This is different and I don't like it.
Senpai? Why did you...
Oh,
Senpai?
that's okay.
Senpai?
I was thinking maybe his mouth doesn't open enough, but
Senpai?
that's fine.
Senpai? What? Senpai?
That's okay. Fine.
Senpai?
It's okay. Nobody look. It's fine. Nobody look. Oh, see that.
Senpai? What?
Oh,
Senpai?
why did that happen? Oh, I guess they didn't fill in these mounts over here. Let's see. Yep.
Senpai? Why did you...
Okay. Yeah, it looks fine. When it's filled in, it looks alright.
Why did you bring trunks for me too? For me too.
Ew.
Two. Shut.
Right, even before he stops speaking, like Yosuke talks there.
Shut up. Shut up. Two. Shut up. Why did you bring trunks for me too?
You say, why did you bring trunks for me too?
Why did you bring trunks for me too?
Strange. We really had to get Persona 4 2 before animated comic dub part 4. Yeah, I know, right? Just give me a studio full of people and it'll be out tomorrow, right? Yeah, it is like slow going when you're like working something by yourself. So let me skip this one. Get this out of here. Yeah, I'm actually want to remove all those Wanderer Blood songs. It's not that they're bad. It's just that I've like heard them so many times. It just gets grating. So
Why did you bring trunks? Why did you bring trunks? Why did you bring?
yeah, he says like, "Why did you bring trunks for me too?"
Did you bring trunks for me too? Why did you bring trunks for me too?
Interesting. I know no one knows that.
Did you bring trunks? Bring trunks for me? Did you bring? Why did you bring trunks for
There.
trunks for me too? For me too? For me? For me too?
I guess that's there.
For me?
Just give me a drink and 3 years, and I'll have every episode never comes out. Don't worry, man. Yeah, exactly. Right. I'll give you my red crayon and your milk. And my milk. Make that a chocolate milk, and you got a deal. I'm walking away.
For me too? Me too?
Yeah. But I think I've always said this, like, if I had, like, you know, enough money to support, like, myself for the rest of my life, and then some, I reckon it'd probably to go to, like, my own, like, independent studio. Right. So I could make my own independent cartoons. Because what was it, the guy that made, what was that comic? God, I forget the name of it. Oh, sorry about that. It was about the about like the office worker, but he had like the oh no, Dilbert, right? Yeah, he had like the curved up thigh, right? like all the money that he made off the comic, he just funded into making the show. So let's get this on as well. I don't want to listen to it. Too intense. But I don't know. It'd be really interesting, like seeing, because it is kind of cool. Because I've got like somebody making backgrounds for these, and it is kind of cool, like just doing a sketch and being like, you do the rest. So, like I reckon that'd probably be like if I became old and never wanted to use my hands ever again, I could just be a director of stuff. Could be the ideas man. It's like there are like a lot of things that like I know how to make it like look and how to work. I can like mentally visualize it, so it's just trying to get other people to also get that other idea right. And that's why you have animatics and storyboards, and because not everyone thinks the same way, right?
Why did you bring?
So why do?
Did you bring? Bring trunks.
You could act like the creators of stuff like Mob Psycho, just sketch it out and have other people make the masterpiece out of it, right? Well, that's how One Punch Man became a thing. Because the original creator uploaded the original comic as a webcomic, and the original drawings weren't that great. But then somebody found it who's like a real artist, and he thought it was hilarious. So he was like, I want to take this and like make it, great. So that's what happened. They collaborated on it. And I'm assuming that Mob Psycho was his second coming of that. So, but isn't like the original like manga? It still looks kind of not that great. So it's just the anime that maybe they took that treatment. So
Trunks.
We'll do kind of like a slowly open mouth, but like.
For me. Me too.
Meat.
Too. Shut.
There we go. Excellent.
Why?
Asks why. Kids ask why. I think it was actually my friend. He had a kid a while back. He's grown up now, but still, I remember like when he was like 3 years old, 4 years old. Every other second would be like, why? You'd like tell him something, and then he'd be like, why? And then you'd explain why, and he'd be like, why? It's like, oh yeah. Who taught him this? Hilarious, such a piece of manga. It's still made by the guy who made One Punch Man, right? Yeah, well, that's kind of like always been an interesting thing. There's like so many people that have like interesting ideas, but they don't have like the artistic intellect to go with it. Because one of my favorite webcomics when I was a kid was there was a webcomic series called I don't think it was called that, but it was from a website called Neglected Mario Characters. And I'm pretty sure you can still find them online, but more or less the guy, he took Mario sprites and like recolored them slightly and like Kirby sprites and whatnot. So, but he was really good at ideas, really good at stories, but he was kind of not great at an artist. And you just take these characters and just like copy paste them. And I always found that very intriguing, very endearing. Like, it kind of like tried to take this stuff and kind of like make it his own. Well, he made his own original stories and whatnot, but still. I always thought it was very funny, very inspiring as a kid.
Why did?
And it's like a lot of ideas as well. Like, for example, Rick and Morty originally was a parody of like Back to the Future. It was Doc and Marty, so kind of stuff like that, where you take you know, little bits and pieces of your own, and you're like, what if it was more like this, right?
Why did
What? And even Claire Obscura, Exhibition 33, even that guy was like very inspired by Persona. And that's done really well, so.
why did you bring
Why did... As a shame, perfect balance of creativity and art, talent, imagination is hard to combine. Yeah, exactly. I think it's like people that just like on the internet that can do it all. They're like really good at characters, voices, backgrounds, just freaks of nature. My goodness. It's like how? Some people are good at anything, everything, but yeah, no, I've always been just art drawing is my thing, and even like I'll look at like some other artists, I'm like, that's crazy. Like some artists that I follow on Twitter, they'll be like, here's my warm-up sketch, and it looks like insanely good. I'm like, what the? This is your warm-up sketch? Holy shit! It just looks like a masterpiece. It's like Christ Almighty.
did you bring
Oops.
why did you bring you bring
Oh, I need wide. Oh, hang on, I missed a part. Hold on. Oop. Oh, hang on, I missed the part.
why did you bring why did you bring why
Yeah, why? I missed the did. I gotta like make it jump open in like one frame, but it's fine.
why did you bring Trump?
Bring. Yeah, but I guess it's also like what you practice as well. I guess if you got like the free time as a kid, a lot of people like practice everything, so. Because I've always thought about that, like maybe if I practice what like voices enough, I'd just like slowly get better like at voice acting and whatnot, so. But I don't know, I've always like found like voices like very complicated because it's also a case of like what you hear is like completely different in your head than what it is, than what actually comes out. Because I remember as a kid, like I thought I was like so good at voices, then I recorded myself, I'm like, wow, that sounds slightly different than my regular voice. But to me, it sounded perfect, but it wasn't. So, very interesting.
Why did you bring trunks for
And it also might be a case of like some well-known voice actors, because whenever you're like, you always ask like where a voice came from. Some people always like, you know, oh, it's, you know, just the person that I knew, so they kind of like emulated their voice. But obviously they're emulating the version of the voice that sounds good in their head, so it sounds slightly different coming out. So it has kind of like a unique flair. Kind of interesting.
trunks for
Trunks. Oh dear, don't autofill it, please. Why did you do that?
trunks for me.
Oh, he goes Trunks. So why did I not make this a closed T-mouth?
Trunks for me.
That's fine. Yeah, I think also I did add a couple more songs to this playlist. I think.
Me too.
I have to see. Actually, I'll check. Hold on. Did I? Yeah, I added a couple more. Not many though, but still. For me. And then
Too.
And then two. I want to make it. I don't want to make it really an open mouth, but yeah, that should do right. So that'll go.
Why did you bring Trunks for me too? Shut.
Oh, why did that happen? I see that. Oh goodness, why did that happen? Hang on, I could fix that. I didn't even notice that happened. That must have happened like before I like changed the frame.
Why did you bring Trunks for me too? Shut.
There we go.
Senpai? Why did you bring Trunks for me too?
Excellent. Yeah, we're almost out of lip sync. Huh, guys? It's almost over. To be fair, I've never really found lip syncing that troublesome. Because I've said this before and I'll say it again. You ask like any animator about lip syncing, and they're always like, "Oh, it's the most boring part. I hate lip syncing," and blah blah blah. But I think it's because a lot of animators, they use like mouth charts, which is just like pre-made mouths, and they just like copy and paste the mouths to resemble or to the accurate like parts. Where I draw every single mouth uniquely. So yeah, to be fair, like my characters, they like move around and yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure if even like a pre-made like mouth chart would work with my characters anyway. And plus, like the line consistency would probably be like a bit all over the place as well. So, but what's to do that? I think that'd probably be a bit more distracting than anything. So I think I'd rather not. And as well, it's kind of like the animation style that I kind of like got used to. So because if you go back and you watch a lot of my older cartoons, I remember I used to like make a lot of stuff very fast, and the way that I did it is that I just copy and pasted characters, where I just like draw the character once and then just like move them around the scene, just tween them. And the only thing that would actually be unique was their mouths. So because I think it was for like the Carbon Mortar show, I did that. I think there's a few other like animations that I did that, but there was a point where I didn't like really take animation that seriously, and it was more of a joke than anything else. So. But at the same time, I was like learning, so there's also that. Like testing out stuff. What can I do with this? How can I do that? So, I watched your first video when I was in high school, and what do you have, like a job and kids now? What the? Right. I think actually I got a few comments like that. Some people have been like, yeah, I remember saw this cartoon when I was in just starting high school, and now I'm graduating. It's like, yeah. But I think like part 1 is now approaching 10 years old if it's not 10 years old, right? So it's getting there. Jeez. And I thought this would be a real quick project, right? No. Well, I guess when I started this project, I knew it was going to take a while. I just didn't know how long. But when I started it, I had a lot of free time, so I was like, yeah, it shouldn't take that long. But you know, as time went, I actually found employment, so that cut it down. Unfortunately, but it is what it is. I'm not giving up. Never give up. Never surrender. Have a job but no kids? No. You mean don't have a kid? Don't have any kids yet, right? But yeah, when I started this project, I was living with a friend of mine, and I had no employment. I was more or less living week to week on scraps, and which was fine because I had like all my hobbies to keep me busy. So I think I was like on my computer for like literally 10 hours a day, and for the most part, I was like slowly chipping away with this. So. So more or less I did treat it as a job, even though I had no job. But then when I found a job, it actually told me, like, this is a real job. This is actually what it's like, right? So kids are hard to make. Nah, man, it takes like 2 minutes, right? That's a fucking sex joke. But yeah, like, yeah, kids are a big deal. Because I think it was a friend of mine recently had a kid. And yeah, you can't do anything anymore. It's like, yeah, man, you remember what weekends used to be like? Not anymore. Every weekend it's kid time. Yeah, but I think it used to be like every now and then, or every other week was like a get together with the boys. Used to go out and play pool, go see a movie, like hang out in the city. You haven't done that for years, so unfortunately. Everyone just gets so busy with families. They look at their family and they're like, I want to lose all my time like them. Sounds like a great idea. when you have kids and you are not the center of your own life anymore. And if you don't do that, you're a bad parent. Yeah. It's a big commitment. Yeah, exactly. I think like I've known people that have had kids, but they weren't ready for it. And they're kind of like, the kids got like a bit neglected, so that's unfortunate, but... Yeah, I guess that's what happens to like to some people when they get, you know, unfortunately in that situation at like a very young age when they're currently like not ready for it. Yeah. Which is kind of a shame, but yeah, it is what it is, I guess. I'm not gonna tell anybody to live their own life. You can do what you want. And some people just have other life choices than other people, so. You basically become Nanika, right? Exactly. How old is she? Yeah, she's like 60 years old and she's basically like self-sufficient at that age. I guess she had to, right? Yeah. I might skip this song as well. I could have running for a bit. I want some like more chill vibes, like nothing that's a bit too intense. More chill. Nanako, go prepare the bath. Such a wild line to me, right? He's like too out of it. He's like too tired. Nanako, you prepare the bath for yourself. Right. Or maybe like Dojin is like, you prepare it for me. And she's like, another Wednesday. Classic. Yeah, it just like it makes me wonder if they're gonna like change anything or like address any of these issues in the remake. I wonder if there's any like videos on YouTube where they've like compared the old versions of Persona 3 to the current like remake counterpart. See what they changed. I'm sure there is, right? Because like there's some hardcore fans like that. I think even like with like the Metal Gear like collections, Master Collections re-releases. Some people have like literally gone to the old version, or they literally play them side by side to see if there's any like little tiny like little differences. So I wouldn't be surprised. Bad parents is a staple of Persona. Yeah, well I guess like more or less every protagonist that you play as literally like was shipped away from their parents for like one reason or another. So.
Senpai, why did you bring trunks for me too? Shut up.
Okay, excellent. Looks good. Okay, then we'll fill it in. Oh, I've already filled it in. And then we can get on to animating Yosuke. Because I've already got the keyframe set up for this part, so I just need to trace over them. Or draw over them, I should say. Not trace. I guess it is tracing, but I'm tracing my own drawing, so... Ah, bloody hell, something else there. Yay. Otherwise, these kids wouldn't be doing all this, right? Yeah, I think it's like some people question like storytelling. It's like, oh, they should obviously like just do that. Well, if they did the obvious thing, there wouldn't be a story, right? I think it was like Breaking Bad, but Hank catches Walt at the very start of the series. And I was like, well, then it's no show, like fucking. He has to be obvious and be like not see the obvious thing. Otherwise, there's no TV show. Right. That's fine. Okay.
Why did you bring trunks for me too? Shut up.
Yeah.
Why did you bring trunks for me too? Shut up.
That was good. Looked a little bit strange there, but it was alright. Give it up. PP. Pepper Juris. Whatever that is. I can read words. I can read them real good. But you went up. Okay. Where are we? We want to do this. Oh, we don't want to do that. I want to make this transparent. Thank you. Make it a bit darker so you can see it. If Persona 4 revivals and have a resale in bikini, it'll be even more exclusive, right? Yeah, but it's like very strange. The very first thing you see in Persona 4 is an underage girl in a bikini. Hmm. Okay. This is the kind of game we're playing, huh? Okay, so how close do I want this? I think 150 should do fine. Let me see. Yeah, it should be alright. Hang on, actually, I will change the color of this and make it a different color. Do like dark red, so you can see that. So I'm going to be drawing in black. And probably if I draw on black on dark green, you probably won't be able to see that also. Color theory, right? I'm gonna draw white on yellow. I think there was a convention that was that. Actually, I guess I can say the thing. It was PAX. But I remember there was like one billboard that had like information on it. And I remember I looked at it, I remember I walked up to it, I looked at it for 1 second, and I was like, white on yellow, very easy to read. And I kind of just walked off, and I think like the attendants just kind of looked at me. Did you see the Persona 6 protagonists? If they're like, oh, I guess like in this day and age, if there's an image, I wouldn't trust it. With AI, I wouldn't trust it. Yeah, because I was saying to my friend, anything you see at this very early stage, I wouldn't take it with a grain of salt. Because who remembers that very first Persona 5 teaser? It turned out that it had like nothing to do with the main game, so yeah, I think more or less they're just probably throwing around concepts and just threw out something to be like, hey, it's coming, guys, we're working on it. So, because the very first teaser that we saw for Persona 5 was, I think it was like a bunch of chairs and they were kind of like shackled together. To be fair, there was like a jail theme in Persona 5, but yeah, anything at this point I wouldn't really like look too hard into. They're probably extremely early in development, so. But yeah, if there's any image being like, here's the main characters, I wouldn't like look too hard into it, so probably somebody made it with AI. Don't believe anything you see on the internet. Not these days, anyway. I like the teaser was really ominous. Yeah, well, you know, it's you know them just being like, you know, here's the kind of It's probably them being like, here's the kind of vibe we're going for, and obviously the color's going to be green, so... Because I think that was the debate for like the longest time, if it was going to be green or white. But I guess they're going to be like, it's green. So. Because every Persona game has its own color, except for Persona 1 and 2. That makes me wonder if they ever like remake Persona 1 and 2, if they give them their own color. We got purple and what other color? What haven't they used yet? Brown. Yeah. That'd be funny. I was thinking like dark red, but actually maybe not brown. I guess they haven't used black yet. But I guess for a color, you want like a color that stands out. You don't want like a shade, really. Didn't this just play? What the hell? Persona 2 was reddish. Well, that's before they like established kind of like what modern day Persona is. Because those who don't know, Persona was originally a spin-off of SMT. It was like, what if we take this game that's all about demons and make it so that the world doesn't go to hell, but there's a way you can still visit these demons, right? So. That's why every like game has their own like individual like way of like going to the demons, if it's like via a phone app or the Midnight Channel or the or Tartarus. So, and I'm assuming that in 6 will be different again. Versus where SMT, it's like, hey, hell broke out, kill God and the devil, right? Because I think in Persona 2 you literally do kill God and the devil, I believe. It's why it became such a popular series. More games at SMT, right? Yeah, it could also be like the branding as well, because it's hard to say though, because like it wasn't until Golden that game kind of blew up, right? Because I remember the very first time I heard about Persona was through Two Best Friends Play, and Pat was like, "This is one of the greatest RPGs of all time," and I'm like, "I've never heard of this." It was Persona 4 anyway, but. But yeah, I remember like when Persona 5 was like coming out, everyone was like, "Oh, the hype is so high!" And, like, does anybody like even know what Persona is? Like, so, very strange. Though it may have been maybe like a word of mouth thing, or yeah, it's also like very easy to say. You know, just have Persona, the one word, where, you know, Shin Megami Tensei, that's kind of like a bit of a mouthful, and everyone's like, what is that? Like, cooking. Where Persona is like very, like, easy. So. My first exposure to Persona 4 was dancing all night, and I was very confused. I'd imagine so. That'd be interesting. And I guess as well how like every game works as own individual like piece. It's not, you know, to like know about the series beforehand. That's what also like lends itself very well. Every like you know, every like different party is different, and you have everybody reacting to it. You're like, what is this? What the hell? Like, you're learning about it as they're learning about it too. For example, if somebody jumped to Persona 5 not knowing anything about the series, Probably wouldn't be too bad. Yeah, and it may have been maybe the ease of play as well, because originally the series was you could only control the protagonist, right? And then later on they added so you can you can control every party member. So maybe that's why Persona 4 is regarded than higher than Persona 3, because it didn't originally have that Persona 3. So could also do that. Yeah, it's hard to say. Okay. I can't believe he parked. Yeah, I'm surprised that wasn't one thing that like went through rebranding. Because I know that like American rebranding, they do that a lot with especially with Japanese games. They're like, that sounds dumb, this sounds cooler, right? For example, Mother is Earthbound. And then we have like Star Fox, which was like Lilac Wars. Oh, in some territories, not in every territory, but I'm surprised they didn't do that for SMT. They were just like, yeah, Shin Megami Tensei, sounds alright. Though it may have also been a case of like maybe Atlas is very protective of their brands, so maybe they were like, no, you're not calling it anything else. Fuck off. It's either SMT or nothing. I don't know. Hard to say. Persona 5 is a good entry for newcomers, but I remember my brother didn't understand the part where Agechi kills the fake Joker. That part is a little bit convoluted. Like, you need to go through a lot of expedition to get to that. Yeah, I guess it's hard to say. I don't know. I'm a little, like, loose on Persona 5 story. Because I only played through it once. And that's when it very first came out. I kind of, like, tried to barrel through it as well. I think it was when Royal came out. I tried to play through that, and I'm like, yeah, it's just the same game again, like fucking more or less. And then when a new thing happened, I'm like, oh, cool. And then like it was back to like the same stuff I was already familiar with. I'm like, meh. I only think I got through 2 palaces where I kind of just like stopped playing. So. Because apparently like a lot of the new stuff happens like at the very end of the game. And I'm like, do I really want to play through like another 100 hours just to get to the new stuff? I don't know. Not too sure if it's worth my time personally. Okay. Oh yeah, I forgot I did these hands, right? Hands. I'm glad they stopped making new editions for games because Atlas isn't cheap. At the same time, they always like make like an enhanced version. Like Atlas has always done that with their games, right? So it's hard to say. I guess it's also for like, if you didn't buy the original version, it's like here's the version again. Plus it has a little DLC. Plus it has like new shit. So in case you never played it originally, good for you, but kind of bad if you played it originally, so... Hmm. You're animating part 4 of the animated comic? Your work is so good. Oh, jeez, thanks. I try. I do my best. I draw the lines and then they move. Crazy. I'm saying that because I'm going to buy Persona 4 a second time with Revival, so... Well, I guess it is like, you know, a remade from the ground up. It's not like, you know... If they, like, reissued Persona 4 plus, you know, remade, like, redone graphics. Like, if they, like, up-resed, if they gave you another version of Persona 4 Golden, except it's, like, HD, 4K, I guess it's not a cheap way, so... Because I know that a lot of companies, they do that. Especially freaking... yeah, I'm not sure, like, what Sony was doing with Last of Us, but it was like... Hey, yeah, it's Last of Us 1 again. Except it's slightly better looking. Full price. Don't know about that, bud. Not too sure about that. But then I guess, like, if something's popular, you kind of want to cash in on it as much as you can, as quickly as you can. Because who's to say, like, you know, when it's going to die down, and if people are going to stop caring, but here we are, like, 20 years later, and people still love Persona 4, so... I don't know. It could be, like, Japanese audiences versus, like, American audiences as well, so... Because I don't know if they, like, get sick of stuff quickly, or if they, like, dedicated to the end of time, but hard to say. Because when did Persona 4 originally come out? Let's see here. Let's see here. Persona 4 PS2. Oops. Hang on. That came out in 2008. So that is, yeah, almost 20 years. Oh, goodness. Yeah, 2 more years and it'll be 20 years. Damn. Instead of making games, let's remake The Last of Us again. Right. Yeah. Just wait until the PS6 comes around. It's Last of Us 2 again. It's Uncharted 4 again. I imagine they're like already gearing up for that with was it Naughty Dog's next game? What's it called? I forgot. Oh, Intergalactic, right? Yeah, it's probably already the game plan that's not even out yet. Would be half surprised. Yeah, but I think Sony's trying to make their Marvel scene their new cash cow anyway. Because Spider-Man 2 did so well, and I guess they're trying to do the same with Wolverine. So, it prints money. Okay, excellent. Alright, so that's that too. There's them 2 done, so let's make it move, shall we? Okay, now we turn this off.
Okay, we're ready.
So I don't want to react right away. To be like after they start talking.
Why did you bring trunks for me too?
Shut up, Kanji.
Okay, we're ready.
Yeah. Maybe we should make like... No, it's okay. I was thinking of maybe of making a like little like bob. being like where he goes, oh, like kind of like flinches out a bit, but no, it's fine. Should be okay. Should be fine, right? Yeah. Yeah. Okay, let me save it. God. I remember my old computer used to be so crap. Like every single time I'd save in my animating program, it'd like almost crash. Like every single time. Hey, remember to save if you're doing digital art. Because I remember a friend of mine, he used to have a twin brother. And I remember they used to mess with each other so much. And there was a point where I was like working something on his computer and he'd be at it for like a couple of hours. And the other brother would go outside and just turn off the power to the house, and then like the computer would go. Used to come outside so frustrated. I've been working that for 2 hours. All that work gone. Rip. But yeah, I have like a hotkey on my tablet, so I can just like hit that whenever I need to. So easy. Oh, hang on. I want the closed mouth here, don't I? Yes, I do.
Shut up, Kanji.
Okay.
Okay, yeah, so I want to... Yeah, because I need that, correct? Yes. Let's do that then. So that'll be there, and then I'll copy that. Go like this. Go like... Oops, I don't want that. I need that, and then we go like that, and then we go like that. Perfect. Excellent. Crazy how Sony was doing so well on the PS4, just fumbled it because developing a PS5 is too expensive now. Nintendo really working long-term developing on the most modern hardware. Yeah, well I guess like every console has like their struggles, right? I think like even on the PS3, everyone was like, hey, this is the borderline of Blu-ray player. PS3 has no games, right? So, but yeah, you know, it's hard to say. Like even, I think it's a friend of mine. Like he still plays on his PS4, even though the PS5's out. And he's like, yeah, I don't see any reason like to upgrade up. So. Because a lot of the games are still being released on PS4 anyway, so. How do I? That's gonna be. How do I approach this? I guess I can go like this. And kind of like mildly open it like this. This is gonna look really weird, but it should be fine. Yeah, it'll be okay, right? Yeah. Because I wanted to like slowly, because this is obviously a reference to the blockchain emote, but I wanted to like slowly move, much like it did in the original video. Actually, I wonder if I can find the original video. Hold on. Hang on, let me see here. Let me see if I can show you. Champ original video. Yeah, here we are. Let me see, can I get this on screen? Hold on, let me pause this. Silence. Don't worry about this. Don't worry about that. Hang on. Let me, goodness. You think I'd actually know what I'm doing? Nope, okay, it's black, it's fine, whatever. Okay, we want that, and we want this. Okay, don't worry about that. Here we go. Yeah, where's the part where he does it? Here it is.
Oh yeah, so he's Gutex.
Okay. Oh, sorry. No, I was going
Yeah, there it is. Oh, you see from like it's from like a miss. He like messes up the camera and you see the reaction. So you can see like he slowly like pans over. That was the kind of idea I was going for. Oh, he kind of like does like the face and then moves. Do I want to do that? Hmm. Nah, it should be alright, right? I don't know. See. I'll play around with it. Maybe maybe I can make like the mouth like pop out, right? Yeah, that's a good idea. Instead of making his like head like Bob, I'll make like the mouth do it instead. I'm a genius. I'm so smart. So his mouth will be like, oh, be like really. Yeah. Yeah, so like really extend out like quickly, and then kind of like, oh, that'll be hard though. Yeah, I gotta like, this is gonna be really hard to animate, but I think I can do it. I think I can do it. Just like gotta keep that in mind. Unless I want to animate the mouth first, maybe animate the mouth separately. No, that'll be more difficult. It's hard. Because I know exactly what I need to do, but it's gonna be hard to like get it to move with the head accordingly. What's this song from? Is this from Symphony? I think so. Yeah, it is. Yeah, but it's a shame that Cross Canner isn't around anymore. I remember I used to watch that all the time. It was like Gutex and like Mike Ross's thing. But I think that happens to like a bunch of like YouTube channels. People just like slowly stop making content. Now a lot of people are streamers now, right? It's a shame. But I guess it's like a different type of content in a different way. Kind of less work for them, right? Because I think like what a lot of people do nowadays is they'll stream and then they'll pay somebody else to edit for them. So at the end of the day, it is less work for them. So, or they'll like record and they'll get somebody else to edit for them too. Because you know that's what Markiplier does nowadays. I thought it's like very interesting, like what some like live feeds are compared to, because you can always like edit something to make it look great. But I think there was like one streamer that I found on YouTube, and I'm like, this guy's kind of funny. And I ended up going to his stream, and like, man, this guy's pretty boring. Like nothing happens. Obviously, like edited in like all the like funny, cool parts, which is like very bizarre because like his like channel was like pretty active, so strange. And it's like very strange. Like not sure how like some like more some people that are kind of like less active than others kind of get an audience like that. Maybe some people like just want to like see the cool parts, kind of like AFK for the most part, and then eventually something will happen, and they'll be like, "I caught it live. Time to put it on my social media and get all the hits for me." Right? I could see it. Because I know some people do that as well. They'll take other people's content and then like edit it themselves. So they'll take somebody else's brand and kind of like monetize it. Which is kind of like in a bit of a gray area, in my opinion, but I don't know. I think some creators are okay with it. Because they're like, well, it helps out me as well, so difficult. Understand. That's the, yeah, I gotta use upper arm there as well. Okay. Man.
Hey, we're ready.
Yeah, that'll be fine, right? Yeah. Don't worry about it. It's just really annoying though when you animate something, especially like something that's like very slow. You animate it, and then like at the end of the day, when you're done, you're like, man, this is like shit. It only took me like 4 hours to make this. Because I think there have been a few things that I've animated, and I'm like, this doesn't look as good as I thought it'd be, but it took me like 8 hours to make. So like, do I really want to make it again? That's fine. Right. So what has happened in the past? Oh, why did I think the undo button here a couple of extra times. Because I've got a scroll and undo set to my tablet pen. Because those are like the functions that I use the most. Right. I think I actually hit undo more than what it needed. Unfortunately. That means it's gonna like snap open, but I guess that could like work in its favor. Or actually, unless I keep track of that. Yeah, okay, I'll keep track of the mouth. Yeah, and hopefully I can like make it look like it's actually opens on its own organically. Or kind of like, that has like a different like smoothness to it, right? I guess probably don't even know what the fuck I'm talking about. I want the mouth to be on a different easing than the actual like body is moving. And it's hard. It's like instead of like animating the whole entire thing as a single piece, I gotta keep in mind to animate the like mouth differently. Don't worry, I got it. Oh, hang on. Must mess that up. Oh, the hands are getting a bit sore already. Jeez. How long am I going for? Just an hour and a half? Jesus. Come on, man. What is this? Could you at least try? But I don't know. Maybe if I just go for a couple of hours, that might be good enough. And if anything, I can like maybe stream a bit more later this weekend, but don't hold me to it. Because I know sometimes I get lazy. Oh, not bad. Just sometimes I just want to chill out and relax. Because I only got so much free time, and sometimes I'm just like, man, I just want to like lay in bed, like do nothing. Especially because like my job is like very physical. Yeah, to be fair, I'm like working on trying to get in shape a bit more. Because my job actually has a gym at the job, and you can use it for free. Which not a lot of people do, ironically. You'd think they would, but I'm going to try to use it every day. Well, not every day, but every day that I'm at work, so. Because I've been using it a little bit. I was using it like 2 times a week. But now I'm going to try to use it 4 times a week, so. Hopefully. Like, not that I'm unfit or anything, but I just like to get in even better shape than I am right now. Because, you know, I guess I'm average, but I like to be a bit more than above average. Oh, gotta get the nipple right. It does make me wonder, like, in this scene, because you always see, like, the most replayed areas. I wonder if this scene, you'll, like, see people, like, rewinding a bit. Gotta see the boys shirtless. Oh, I think a little bit more on the girls, right? When they're in the bikinis. More on that. Well, but hey, you never know. Girl dinner, right? I remember I stumbled over a bunch of those because like I was looking for like shirts and like just like these dumb like really like because you always see those shirts with like a character and you see like the character's name in like huge bold text. And I think I was sifting through a few of those and I saw a bunch of them with like certain characters and it just said baby girl. I'm like, what? It was like Legolas from like Lord of the Rings and it just said baby girl. I'm like, I don't think I understand. All right. Also, what's this song? I'm not gonna be able to hear it. What's this? Is this the? Oh yeah, this is the grounded um song I added. Actually, I might remove this one. This is like a bit too chill. Yeah, I might need to go through that playlist and add some like more. Cause like I was like because I've been playing Granted with my friend because it's free right now on PlayStation Plus. And even when I was playing, I'm like, this soundtrack's like pretty good. Like, that's some chill. So I want to add a bunch more to the playlist. I could actually have the time to actually sift through the playlist and find the good ones. Though. Okay. And then for this, well, that was a bit empty. Okay, so if anything, I actually might animate off of this mount first. Should not be a good idea. That's fine. It just means that the mouth is going to kind of like move a bit strangely from his body though, but that's okay. It's fine. Don't worry about it. This is going to be a bit weird. It's okay. The lip's gotta come from somewhere, right? And then I'll kind of slow down here. And do I want to do an extra frame of slowdown? Yeah, I'll worry about that later. I'm not worried about then the method doing okay. You can barely even notice it. Yeah, I probably would have made them want to make the mouth a bit wider. Actually, you actually might just do that a little bit on the fly. I'm gonna choose it. I'm cheating. Nobody look. Ah. Yeah, it actually doesn't give the effect that I wanted. Because I wanted to open it to slow down when it opens and then speed up again. Nah, it doesn't look that good. Whatever. Yeah, if anything, I'm not worried about it. I was going to make the rest as is. There. Yeah, it didn't achieve the effect that I wanted. It's okay. I can see my screen right now. Yeah, so like the tablet that I use is like I have to like get like the screen out of the way to use the keyboard, so it's a bit inconvenient, but it's fine. Because actually is the yeah, that too. Oh, I don't have the oh, hang on. Yeah. Yeah, I forgot to turn that back on. But yeah, the tablet on the actual screen is not the one I actually use. Can I find the model that I use? Hold on. It's a Wacom Cintiq, but I don't believe they make this model that I use anymore. God, that's like all the ones that I see are like super small. Yeah, it's kind of like this. Kinda. Yeah, okay, I can show this one off. Hang on, let me get on the screen. And I'm gonna make the image smaller. Okay. Yeah, it kind of looks like this, except for the like where is it? The arm is kind of in the middle, though. It's kind of like right here. If you can see my mouse on the screen, I'm not sure if you can, but yeah, to like get it up, because I put my keyboard like right here. Actually, can you see my mouse on the screen? I don't know. I don't know. But yeah, the keyboard goes at the front, and the arm goes in the middle, and so it like swings up. So, yeah, this model looks different. So it is more modern. I think this tablet that I use is probably over 10 years old. Probably. Actually more than that. Yeah, because I remember I bought this tablet way back when. I bought it when I was working in fast food. And I think it was that when I was working there, I didn't have a tax file number, so literally half my paycheck was going to tax. So when I got the tax back, I had a whole bunch of money. And I was like, the first thing I am buying is a tablet. And they were very expensive back then, so I'm like, I have the money. So there you go. Also, is this the version of the song that has like 2 minutes of silence at the end? Like, uh-oh. Yeah, I've always thought about like getting like a seeing like a maybe. I thought it was my train of thought, let's go. Seeing if I get like another tablet, but this one still works fine. So it's just that the only thing maybe I want is like a smaller tablet to plug into my laptop to maybe just have in my bedroom. just so I can like doodle on it. So. But then again, that's like a couple of $100 for something that I may not even use that much. So. I wasn't should be sure, like maybe the resolution will be different on that side. Like, I wouldn't even know if like that'd be able to work on like the same projects on like a whole different like setup and have it look consistently the same. I'm not sure. But then again, I've never looked into it, so because there is like cloud sharing, right? So if I was like working on one thing from one computer, it would like pick it up from the other computer, right? Oh, I guess I'm like not using Apple, so it doesn't like all talk to each other. So. I think that's like the one convenience about Apple and like all your devices like talk to each other. So if you like want one thing and like it'll be on another thing immediately. So yeah, because I do have OneDrive, but I think that's like more for like backup purposes, right? If I wanted to take a file and like put it somewhere else with that, it'd be like, okay, downloading, 1 hour remaining. Probably. This song already playing? What the hell? What the hell? Jeez. This song also already played. What the hell? Randomness, not that random after all. But yeah, I think I'll probably draw a couple more frames. And then I reckon that might be it for now. Yeah, I definitely could probably stream later this week, but I'll see. I'll see how my body's feeling. You never know. Because there have been like plenty of times, especially on the weekend, when it's like, I want to do this, and then it's like, you know, it'd also be cool if I just like lay in my bed and like just watch some YouTube videos and fell asleep. No classic. Especially after work. There's so many times where I'll like lay down and be like, I'm gonna watch something while I fall asleep. I'll put it on a video that's like 2 hours long. And then I'll fall asleep immediately within like the first 30 seconds, and I'll wake up to like a video that's like finished playing. It's like, well, my subconscious probably enjoyed that. Yeah, because I remember I used to live with somebody that like would fall asleep to Futurama playing, and you can like just hear it like blurring in the background while like he would sleep. And I was thought to myself like, how could you do that? And now I'm like, I fully understand. I totally get it. Or you fall asleep with like one of those subliminal videos. That's like the biggest scam, I swear to God. Like one of those videos where it's like, hey, you're supposed to like listen to this every day, and then this will happen, right? You will become rich somehow. Your height will become taller. Like, and it's just like nothing. No, I swear there's subliminal voices in this video. I swear. Just keep listening. Make sure you come back every day, and also watch the ads. Sure. Ooh, what is this from? Damn, this song sounds funky as hell. Jesus. Oh, this is from the new Scott Pilgrim game, right? Yeah. I forgot. I forgot to put this in here. Yeah, I didn't mind the new Scott Pilgrim beat 'em up game. Though I think I did enjoy the first one much more. Where like the first game had like a more of a level structure, the second game had more of a like an open world aspect, and it was like more mission based, right? To be fair, they were both pretty short as well, but no complaints, I guess. If anything, I reckon I might end it when I finish drawing this frame. I was like, maybe I can do another, but yeah, fingers are starting to really get sore. Ouch. The pain, the pain. See how it looks so far.
Hey, we're ready.
Okay, so you can kind of see it. You can see like the start, but I just gotta do the slow down at the end, so you can almost visualize it, right? Nice. But what was that, 150? Yes, it was. So I want to make sure that's correct for next time. I want to pick this up again. But yeah, that'll do it for now. So, oh, yeah, cheers for watching if you were here. Kind of an impromptu stream, but hey, you know, sometimes the best ideas are the ones that happen on the fly, right? Yeah, so I'm gonna take a lay down. I'm gonna take a nap, and Bob's your uncle, right? So what's this? Members only stream. Why would I do that? Oh, I can do it polls and shit. And... oh, never look at any of this. But yeah. Okay. So until next time, I'll catch you then. Until then, goodbye.